Hello everybody, welcome back to this week's pickups. I got a very large amount of stuff, and I hope I didn't overload this video, but I have a bunch of clips to show because things that I got are actually too large for my camera here, so I'm going to throw in some clips. The first thing here is of these 3 strategy guides. The first one is Spectrobes. I don't really know what this game is, but I see on the strategy guide that it's Disney, so I think it's some sort of like Disney, maybe RPG or something. It looks like an RPG, I have no idea though. After that I got this Zelda strategy guide here. It's which one is it? It is not Spirit Tracks, the other one, Phantom Hourglass. Yeah, it is Phantom Hourglass. I got this just because it's Legend of Zelda. I think that's cool. But it looks really nice. I like the art on it. Unfortunately, the poster in the back was already ripped out. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I'd keep the poster in there, but I mean, it was ripped out, unfortunately. And then the last one is Pokemon Platinum. This thing is gigantic. The artwork on the front is pretty nice, though. It's got that shininess to it. It's like a sheer color. The color's like platinum, I guess, but it's very shiny. I don't know why they included all of these Pokédex entries for all the Pokemon in the second half of the book, but that's why it's so huge. And then I'm just gonna throw in another clip of a book. It is the Walking Dead Compendium Volume 1. It's volumes 1 through 48, I believe, of The Walking Dead. Again, I've gotten The Walking Dead before, and I have a clip of it when I actually found it. I found a Dungeons and Dragons game there too that I picked up with a Blue Dragon starter set. But the reason I always pick up Walking Dead books isn't because I like Walking Dead. I actually don't really like Walking Dead that much, but I know that a lot of people do, so they sell pretty well. I mean, it's not something that I like to admit to, but I mean, if you can get something to add to things that you like and then get something else to pay for it, I don't see why that's such a bad thing. But let's go into some live things and then we'll go back. So, first off, for the live thing here, I got this at a thrift store the other day. It's just the sensor bar for a Wii, but I thought it was pretty funny because a couple days before I found this Wii MotionPlus at a yard sale, sealed for some reason. I don't know why they wouldn't I mean, I do know why they wouldn't open it, but I got that, and then this right here is the reason why they wouldn't open it, because there was an already open Wii MotionPlus that I snagged as well. They were both $1, so I'm pretty happy with that. All the strategy guides and the books were also $1. Forgot to say that. But at that same sale, they had just a bag of stuff, just random stuff. No games, but they had a bag of like gaming accessories. Another thing being this Game Boy SP charger, which I always pick up when I see, because I never have enough SP chargers. Whenever I get SPs, they never have the charger with them for some reason. That yard sale was a bit of a honey hole, because that's where the majority of this stuff is coming from. I also got this Xbox 360 controller, which, if I remember right, yeah, has this rechargeable battery in the back of it, which is pretty nice. The guy said he wanted $5 per controller, which is not bad, so I got another one. He gave me a discount because I bought a bunch of stuff, so basically I paid pretty much for these 2 controllers, and that was the price of everything. And I also got, the most important one in my opinion, is this Halo 3 like special edition controller, which I think looks really nice. It's a little hairy, but that can be taken care of pretty simply. But all the buttons work well, nothing's bad on it. It has a rechargeable battery pack, I think, or is it just the black one? I don't remember. Yeah, this is the rechargeable one. And everything works great on it. It's in really nice shape, so I like that. I'm gonna hold that around. And then 2 more things I got from that sale. The first thing is just this bag of random stuff The majority of it seems to be Pokemon, like these boys here, like this Torkoal. But there's also a bunch of these random little, I think they're like knockoff Gundam mix and match things. And then there's just a Wile E. Coyote. There's just a bunch of random stuff in here. But I bought this bag, and then the last thing they had at that yard sale. That's actually not the last thing. They also had this right here. It's a small soldiers set. It is open, but it's complete. So I figured, why not, right? It was $2, I believe. Because they had an inside and they had an outside, and they had separate pricing at the yard sale. That was on the inside, and I think I paid $2 for that. So that's pretty nice. Also on the inside, which I paid $1 for, was this sealed little Squirtle. I'm not entirely sure what he does, but it's Tiger, so I'm pretty sure it's legit. And I think it's neat. I don't know what it's for or what it's from. I can see that it's it like lights up and whatnot, but I mean, I'm not opening it, obviously. I think it's pretty sweet the way it is right now. But that was the last thing I got at that yard sale. And then at another yard sale, for $1, I got that this Luigi sealed still little RC kart thing. I think it's pretty neat. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it aside from just like put it on a shelf next to my Wii stuff, I guess, but it's clearly for Mario Kart Wii. I don't know exactly when it was made or anything like that. I'd assume like late 2000s, maybe early 2010s. Sorry if you can hear that car outside, but I mean, I got it because I think it's cool. I paid $2 or $3 for it, I don't remember which. It was at a yard sale. And then at a yard sale, right up the road from that, was this old camera, the Magic Cube. I pick up old cameras whenever I see them because they sell very well. They always have and they always will. A lot of people really like cameras, so I picked that up. It was $1 and it was in the box, so you know I had to get it. I think it was worth it. I think it looks really nice. I like the way the box looks, and it had the flash cube, which I never see. Usually, I never see the flash cube. I never see the box. It also had film, which is really nice. One was sealed, one was open. So, I mean, not the best because one of them was open, but it's not a big deal. It wasn't in the camera, so no big deal. Next up, I got a couple more things. I got this Dragon Wars D-War. I looked up this movie because it's a Blu-ray that I found at a thrift store. I looked it up to see if it was any good, and it turns out it's awful, which is why I bought it. If it was good, I probably wouldn't have bought it because I've never heard of it. But the fact that it was awful made me have to pick it up, because I thoroughly enjoy very bad movies. No idea what it's about. Sorry about that, I just hit my microphone. No idea what it's about. I'll let you know if it's any good, but I do not have high hopes. Next up, I have 5 VHSs and 2 CDs left. So, first up for the VHSs is The Hobbit. I think this is the animated one if I were to go off of the box. It is definitely the animated one. I like this movie, I like The Hobbit, and I like the Lord of the Rings movies. I much prefer the animated ones. I think I've gone on record saying that. Just because it's easier on the eyes. But I also got the Lord of the Rings with the original box art, which I adore. I think this box art is really cool. But this one is also the animated one, which is sweet. I was happy when I found those. They were both at the same thrift store. And then I also got... everything was at the same thrift store, actually. I got Recess, School's Out, the movie, which is pretty sweet. I remember this show, and I actually did not know that they made a movie. So, I'm pretty happy about that. And then there's 2 VHSs that go together. I got one of these VHSs a while ago, and I finally finished all of the set, so now I have all of the Brave Little Toaster movies. Here's the original one, and then here is the Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue. So I finally have all of the Brave Little Toaster movies, which isn't really an achievement, but I mean, it's something, right? Then from the same thrift store, I got 2 CDs. They're both movie soundtracks. The first one is the soundtrack to Kill Bill, which is one of my favorite movies. Whoops, sorry about that. Kill Bill 1 is one of my favorite movies of all time. Kill Bill 2 is also very good. I just prefer Kill Bill 1 personally. I know a lot of people like the second one better, but the Lucy Liu section in Kill Bill 1 was phenomenal. And then the final thing I got this week is this Hellsing soundtrack. I've never seen anything like this at a thrift store before. It's the soundtrack to Hellsing, which is weird. I would never expect to find this at a thrift store. But, I'm not complaining. Like, take a peek at that disc. It looks sweet. I think this was probably one of the coolest things I found. I mean, I found a lot of pretty cool stuff. I love finding cameras at yard sales, because they always sell incredibly well. But that's everything that I got this week. So thank you very, very much for watching, everybody. I sincerely hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the 28th.